Just arriving here in our space, allowing for however much time we have, or you have. Maybe you want to start seated, or maybe you want to lie on your bolster or lie on your back. But let's just connect with our breath. And before class, I was just doing some breath work, just yin, just allowing the breath to be as it is. And I set my timer on my phone, and it didn't go off because, one, my timer doesn't make a noise, it just turns off. But luckily I was like, oh, it's time to head downstairs. But it was just so calming and just brought me into such a presence. So not even doing anything fancy with the breath. Let's just be with it. No timer, no deadline. Let's just be with the breath just as it is, that yin breath. That receptive breath. And it's not even as if we're noticing the breath, because even when we notice it, we might change it. So we're really, truly just sitting. Maybe we draw our awareness to the third eye point, or maybe to that little bit of light that shines in through the eyelids. Maybe noticing the edges of our bodies. Dropping into the experience of being alive. Alive. In a body. On the floor. Now maybe scanning the body, seeing if there's anywhere where we feel really alive and active in the body. Just observing. Scanning the body, noticing if there's somewhere that feels a little more relaxed. Now bringing our awareness to our forehead, specifically to that third eye point between the eyebrows and just up a little bit. Inviting that inner witness into our space. To simply observe without judgment. Just watch our practice unfold from within and without. Now holding the space that you're in, this energy that you're in. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart, maybe you give yourself a hug or leave your hands in your lap. And how about we start our practice with the sound of a single Om. Inviting that inner witness to really, really Step up, inviting that inner witness to be here. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, let's come into our first shape. If you have a blanket, have it handy. We're going to bring our legs out in front, coming into a forward fold first. This is going to pacify that nervous system. So maybe we bring the bolster on top of the legs. You can stack a little tower of blocks or of blankets. Maybe just resting the head. You can bring the hands on top of the bolster, or you can drop the hands beside you. We'll be here for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, just inviting this nervous system to settle into our practice. Kind of like that pre-game warm-up, just getting ready to set the tone. So allowing this first shape to really set the tone. You might feel a stretch in the back of the legs. You might feel a stretch in the back. This kind of depends on your hips, your fold, and even on your day to day. And as we come into this shape, allowing the breath to just be what it is. If you feel a little anxious, maybe you can manipulate the breath by counting in and out and letting that out breath be a little longer than your in breath. Otherwise, just sinking into the natural rhythm of your body. And if you remember in our yin yoga, we don't have to do a lot. We don't have to feel a lot for the body to benefit from the practice, because the stillness alone is nourishing for the body. If this shape brings up nervousness or anxiety, maybe just recognizing that, maybe just telling yourself, I see you, and I notice you, and I'm here with you. Maybe just telling yourself, I'm okay here, I'm okay here. now let's bring our awareness to our breath, only so we can inhale, exhale, and then inhale, begin to lift the head from the bolster. So we come up with the back and the spine straight. Or maybe moving the bolster, moving everything off the top of the legs. Let's come onto our backs, coming into our first rebound for the evening. Inviting that stillness in this supine position on our backs. Such a position of vulnerability to just lie here as the animals, the mammals that we are on our backs. Just opening ourselves up to the possibility, the benefits of our yin yoga practice. It's as if we're recalibrating, just upgrading our system in the gentlest of ways. So one more breath in. Maybe we sigh out the exhale. And then maybe open the eyes, maybe rub the eyes or gently caress or rub the face, the cheeks, the forehead. Now we'll come into our cat pulling its tail. I'll show you, and then I'm going to show some options. So this is where we roll over to one side. So I'm going to roll over to my left side. And my right leg is going to bend and on the ground. My left arm is underneath my head. My right arm comes up. And now my left leg that's on the ground bends towards the glute. Maybe you find the foot with the hand. And then just rest the hand on the foot. You might notice a stretch across the front of that left leg. So that's one option, to stretch that left quad. Our other option, I'll just show two more. Our other option is to come up onto the right foot, the left knee. Hold that foot in the hand and kind of just rest forward. There's that. Or we can also come onto the stomach, that right leg long, and just hold that left foot in the hand on the belly. And if none of those work, just let me know. Just unmute or send up a flare. But just really being honest with yourself and finding the shape that really suits your needs tonight and your energy. Just opening up across the front of that leg. And that's that stomach meridian that runs across the knee. It gives us the opportunity to get the most out of our experiences. We'll be here about 5 minutes. So maybe partway through you let the foot go or the leg go and then come back into the shape and see if maybe you get a different sensation or experience. Maybe feel into the body and notice if we have any sensation anywhere
And maybe that sensation has something to tell us. Maybe it has a story or a word. So maybe just listen. Go within and just listen if the body's sensations have anything to say. And just listen. Maybe softening or listening and softening any expectation, softening any inner critic. And just be present, be that friend that sits on the couch and just holds that space as if you were the only thing in the entire world that was going on. That's what was coming out of your mouth and what you had to share. Be that present, loving, nurturing ear for yourself tonight. As that fascia relaxes, you might notice a foot falling out to the side or in. You may notice maybe the foot doesn't want to come as close, or maybe it comes closer to the leg. That unraveling of that three-dimensional, like spider-webby substance within us, it is our fascia. Let's begin to notice the outer edges of our body again. And now gently from wherever you are, whatever position or shape you took, come onto your back, come onto your stomach, releasing the foot from the hand, lowering the leg to the ground. Let's find our rebound. And sink into the floor, completely supported. Maybe even noticing if there's a difference in one leg and the other. And just letting that chi flow. Letting the body heal itself. Nothing needs to be fixed. We're not broken. The body is just working and moving as it was designed to do. Then when you're ready, let's come into that shape on the other side. So maybe that means if you're on your stomach, you bring that right heel to the glute and grab that. Put hand on the foot. If you're doing the cat pulling its tail, then you're going to roll over onto your right side with your right arm underneath. The left leg across the body. And then the left hand comes up and behind as you bring that heel towards the glute and rest the elbow or the ear on the arm. And then our other option is to come onto that right knee, the left foot in front, bring that heel towards leg. And this is much more yang, this is much more active and muscular than our other two. We're trying to stretch the front of the quad, so whatever is going to open that, whether you're going to pull the cat's tail or rest on your belly. Part of our yin yoga practice is to be in a little bit of discomfort. And it's learning how we respond or how we be in discomfort. It's not pain. We don't want to inflict pain in a shape, but sometimes that little bit of discomfort is what the body needs. As you drop into this shape, if you have an intention for your practice this evening, maybe let it bubble up. Maybe it's already revealed itself to you. Your higher self whispering your intention, your sankalpa for this evening. Just bring it into your energy field and let it be, let it settle in. Now let's bring our awareness to our next inhale. So on our next exhale, we can release out of the shape and come onto our stomachs or onto our backs, wherever makes sense from the shape that you're in, and find your rebound. Relax. Now one more breath in. And then exhale. If you're on your stomach, gently press up to a seat. If you're on your back, you can come to a seated position.
Just holding that ease and relaxation in the body. I'm going to come into a shape to support that opening of our outer glute. So one thing we can do is if you're next to a wall, I'll show you what you would do on the wall. You're going to place one foot on the wall and bring the other foot here. And so you're doing like a figure 4 on the wall. So that's what it looks like from the side, but that one leg will be on the wall and the other leg there. So that's one option. The other thing is you can do that on your back. So taking that ankle below the knee, you can just hug like this, just resting like that. And then of course the other one, because I know one of you is a fan of this one, it's that shoelace pose where you have that, we'll do the left knee on the bottom and the right knee on top, stacking the knees, and you can pull those feet towards the hips or the glutes as much as you want. You can lean forward. So if that is a preference for you, then find that. Otherwise, find that figure 4 in whichever shape feels most supportive for you. Maybe you find the shape just because it's a little less active tonight. So maybe you prefer the shoelace, but you're gonna give yourself that figure 4 because you wanna lie down. This is going to activate that gallbladder meridian, which can support us in clarity. And of course, with that bent left leg, that knee, that stomach meridian again, giving us the experiences that we need, that nourishment from those experiences. Allowing that energy of the Sankalpa to be here. We don't even need to think about it. It's just here with us. Our body sinking into the shape. Maybe it's comfortable and we could be here all night. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable
and we can't wait to change it. But notice how you relate to the shape. Notice how your body responds mentally, emotionally, physically. Notice if you're tensing your shoulders. Just allow the shoulders to relax. You don't have to have a death grip on that left shin. Just let the hands rest on the shin. Let gravity and the weight of your hands on the shin just bring that leg in. The weight of that left leg pressing on the right leg to open up that right hip and glute. Maybe notice the back of the body on the floor. Or if you're seated in shoelace, notice the parts of the body that are on the floor. And now gently doing what's best for your body, coming into your rebound. So bringing everything to the ground now. Making your way there, however is simplest. Letting that chi just roll out. It might be like a wave coming into the shore that leaves that foam across the sand. That chi, that lingering foam. Feel that chi moving within. Maybe noticing if it has a temperature. Does it have a texture? Is it choppy as it moves, or is it smooth, or do you even notice it at all? And now on your own time, if you're in your figure four, you can bring that right foot to the ground, bring that left ankle just below that knee, hug the right knee in, and as you do, that left shin draws in towards the chest. You might be on the wall with that right foot on the wall, or if you're in your shoelace, then that right knee is on the bottom and that left knee stacks on top.
So just going where your body is directing you. You're not directing the body is guiding you tonight. So maybe that means you're in a rebound right now. And then maybe beginning to notice the ground below. air surrounding the body. Gently coming out of this shape as simply as you can. Carefully extending those legs long. Finding your rebound on your back or on your stomach. Now, whenever you're ready on an exhale, let's roll over to one side really slowly. If you want, you can stay here and give yourself the next 15 minutes or so in Shavasana. Or if you want, you can press up for one last shape. We'll come into our dragonfly. So if you have your bolster, I kind of like my bolster for this, but that's just because my hips don't open a lot, so I can't go very far forward. But bring your feet apart as wide as you want. They can be, they can be this far apart, or they can be super wide, whatever. We're just gonna fold forward. So just lean that heart forward. Let the feet be floppy. Maybe they flop out, maybe they fall in. And I like to have a blanket on each leg. I like to have a blanket across my back too. What I do with the bolster is I'll bring it between my legs, and then I stack whatever I need for that day. Maybe some days I need 2 blocks or 3, but I bring the block and I rest my head on the block because I can't bring my torso very close to the ground. So I just bring the ground to me. Maybe you'll feel this in the back of the legs, or maybe you'll feel it in the back of that back body. Similar to our caterpillar that we started class with, but this is going to be a little bit different, and maybe we'll notice that liver and the spleen meridian, the kidney meridians that run along the inside of the leg, giving those guys a chance to shine tonight, to bring their powers to the forefront. Just find some rest and let that body just do its thing. We don't have to do anything. We can just spectate. We'll just be the witness here tonight. Allow this final shape to give us another opportunity to soften around the edges.
Now our final shape is our Shavasana, so you can make your way there whenever you feel ready. Maybe it's now, maybe it's in a little while. So whatever you feel like your body is calling for, wherever you really feel like you want in your space, just go there whenever you're ready. When you're in your Shavasana, just arranging your physical body in whatever way allows for complete relaxation. There's no discomfort in Shavasana, it's all comfortable. Maybe you notice the chi flow and rest. Relax the toes of your right foot, the fingers of your right hand. Relax the right wrist, the right ankle, the right knee, the right elbow, the right hip, the right shoulder, the right ear, the right eye, the entire right side of the body. Just relax. The leg, the buttock, the arm and the chest. Relax the left hand, the fingers, the fingers, the fingers. Relax the toes of the left foot, toes, relax the toes. Relax the left foot, the left hand, the left forearm, the left calf, the top of the left leg and the back of the left leg, the left bicep,
the back of the left arm. Relax the left side body, the left shoulder, the left armpit. Relax the left temple, the left side of the neck. The entire left side of your body. Relax the front of the body. Relax the back of the body. Relax the right side, the left side, the right side, the left side, the back of the body, the front of the body, the back of the body, the front. Relax. Relax. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana. You would like to give yourself a minute or so to come to a seated position and close seated, and you can do that. Otherwise, just remain on your back in your space. As you feel your heartbeat, know that it's beating along with the heartbeats of the collective. Every heart that's beating in the world is beating together right now. As we elevate our consciousness, the consciousness of the collective is also elevated. Let's bring our hands to our hearts and you can rest them in your lap. Inhale and exhale. And we'll inhale, exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.